afternoon, Space Commanders, and welcome back to the verse. After a hiatus of almost 3 weeks, what's been going on? How are you all doing? I am back. I'm, as you can see, my pre-Christmas jumper. Next week will be the full Christmas jumper, so brace yourselves for that one. But it's good to be back. It's good to be back. I have travelled the world. I've been all the way to Australia and back since we last streamed a Star Citizen. So that was a bit of an epic voyage. I did actually get to go to a space bar. Well, it wasn't really a space bar. It was a plane bar, but it was pretty cool. So at 36,000 feet over the equator, I did raise a glass to you all. So I hope you appreciate that. It's about as close to a space bar as I'm ever going to get, I think. But a bar on a plane at 36,000 feet is a cool thing. So that was good. So anyway, we're back. We're back to do some more Star Citizen, which is very, very cool. And right, I need to do the thing, because the thing is that I've completely forgotten what I'm doing. It's very bad at my age when you stop doing something for a couple of weeks. It completely goes out of your brain. But there we go. Right, who's here? Right, Little Graham is here. Starbolt 81 is here. Top Shot is here. Hello, Top Shot. Myon Toxin is here. The Shiny Red Flag is here. Hello, Shiny Red Flag. Yay! I found my Shiny Red Flag. I mislaid my Shiny Red Flag for a while, which was very, very bad. The Funny Asteroid is here, because it's never a good space game without a funny asteroid. Cynics 81 is here. Biff Boy 81 is here. Commander Tragic Blue is here. We're going down the list. Juwon von the Great. I think I've got that right. I hope I've got that right. First time chat. Welcome to you. Good to see you. DJ Scooby is here as well. Lumsace is here. DrQuestMD is here. And I hope some of you are also. I saw you were in the stream coordinators channel as well. So thank you very much for that. That's really, really good. Kazuki something is here as well. Saying my mic's a bit low. Might be. I don't know. Is anybody else thinking the mic be a bit low? I'm not sure. Let me know. I can boost it a little bit, but I'm always wary of pushing it up too high. Dimension 8, it's good to see you, Drew. Shiny Flag says he's often mislaid. Well, apologies for that. I will do my best. Right, well, that's enough good. Okay, so it might be you, Kades. I do have it a bit softer than a lot of streamers, actually, because I don't like it peeking into the red zone, because it distorts for when I'm recording for YouTube and things like that. So that might be it, but never mind. Right, okay, let's get into the game. Find out where we are now. I've likely forgotten a bunch of stuff. So apologies for this in advance, because I have this problem with my short-term memory, which would be fine, other than the problem with my short-term memory. I am well. I am very well. I am very well. I am very well. Thank you very much indeed for asking. Right. So, do I have to press something? Do I have to join, or does it? I thought it automatically started, or do I just press join leader? Shall I press join leader? Take me to your leader. Join us. Join us. We have cookies. Right, let's press that button, see what happens. Now, last time we were streaming, we all got very, very drunk at the expedition. Not the expedition, the exhibition. Obviously, the alcohol is still having an effect. Yeah, so that was good fun. Seeing all the new stuff that was kind of hanging around the exhibition. Was it on It was on Microtech, wasn't it? So we'll find out where we're going. Now, I'm still slowly accumulating some money and some reputation, and we still haven't had that mission trigger. So I think we're just going to keep tooling around until hopefully the game decides in its great wisdom that we are worthy of having some of these missions. So we'll see. Let's find out where I am first. So never mind money and rep. Yeah, so just money. Let's just have reputation and money. Oh, is it going to be okay? So when's the reset coming? Is there another reset coming? Because I haven't made a great deal of money in the interim. It has to be said. A great deal of money in the interim. It has to be said. Oh, I'm getting some.
Potentially very soon.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was getting a bit of echo from somebody's Discord there. Oh, I don't know where that was coming from. So soon. Okay, so 3.18. So okay, so it's not really worth me spending too much time then on that, is it? Because it's all going to go. So does the reset include all of the reputation as well? So everything you've earned in terms of things, or is it literally just money? I'll leave that for my.
This time, yes, it'll be everything.
So it's everything. Okay, so there's
this time, yes,
everything. The entire universe shall be reset. Okay, so in that case, and when do we know when this is due? Is this 3.? How imminent is imminent? Is it Christmas time? Is it early New Year? Or when is it? It's all gone ominously. Okay, so most say
It could be any time over the next couple of weeks. They're not very open with the date.
right. Okay, so it could could be anywhere. We just don't know. Fair enough. Okay, so maybe January, maybe Christmas. Okay, so fair enough. So we don't want to do anything, therefore, that is too grindy, really, do we? Because there's no point.
We've established a Christmas party.
Yes. Oh, well, that sounds excellent. A Christmas party sounds perfect. Right. Okay. So, where are you guys? You look like you're not very far away, actually. 4 kilometers. So, are you at the spaceport?
We're parked right outside of the Commons.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'll make my way down there. I can actually almost see you from up here. That. Excellent. All right. I shall make my way. I shall make my way down there. Awesome. Christmas party it is. I'm still getting a little bit of echo from somebody on Discord. I'm not quite sure where that's coming from. Maybe one of you's got the stream running? I don't know. We'll see. There we go. Right. Got to remember how all this works. Oh yes, there is the Christmas place, isn't it? Now I went there before. Must have been really early on in my sort of Star Citizen experience. I do remember something about that. Isn't there like a little Christmas tree or something tucked away in a snowy place just between the some of the skyscrapers? I vaguely recall that. Right, okay, let me get onto the train anyway. Oh, is the exhibition still running? I thought that was finished by now. I've been back for a couple of years and only just learned where it was recently, says Kobich. Never mind. Hope the jet lag has subsided. Well, I don't normally suffer from jet lag, and I didn't this time either, because I usually manage to sleep on the plane quite successfully. But I have noticed this week I've been falling asleep in the evenings. I get to about 8 or 8:30. I'm watching the television, and so I just nod off, and then my wife is basically poking me, saying, "Oh, yeah, we need to go to bed." It's like, what happened there? It's quite. Apparently, no, that's not normal. So at least that's not normal for me. So that I definitely had a little bit of minor jet lag, and I tend to wake up a bit earlier than I normally would. Because I'm normally an early bird anyway. I normally wake up at 6 in the morning, right? It was quite a long wait for the train today. It's normally faster than that. So I've been waking up earlier than 6 o'clock, which is a bit annoying. So I sort of wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock sometimes. And I haven't quite reset myself. It's getting better, but it seems to have taken all week to kind of get the last few hours into sync for some reason. I don't know. Maybe that's old age. Maybe it is. But there we go. But no, not too much in the way of jet lag, and I didn't have too much on the way out as well. Ugh, what's that on the floor there? Is that? What is that?
Careful, doors are now
It's a
closing.
Dakari pod. What's a Dakari pod? It's like someone's just been littering to me. Some jumping limes. So someone's had a party on the train. Right, I should be heading towards the Commons now. Okay, get off on the second stop, by the way, Drew. The first stop on the way to the Commons is still the Expo. Okay, so let's make sure I don't get off at the first stop. I didn't come to you, right. Okay, 3.18 will drop to PTU in the next 24 hours, it's assumed. Ooh, okay, so it could be like super soon. So what is 3.18 bringing? Does anyone have a summary of what's in there? Because that's the expo, so we don't get off here. Sean says, I'm starting to feel like a nap in the afternoons now. It's moved to nodding. I like to have a nap in the afternoon. There's nothing wrong with having a nap in the afternoon, Sean. Don't fight it. Just embrace it. It's a good thing. Okay. So salvage gameplay with new small ship for that, and the Vulture racing circuit, salvage gameplay, and cargo refactor. Oh, the cargo refactor. Okay. Lots of stuff, basically. Right, here we are at the Commons.
The station momentarily.
Okay. Which way is it? That way. Follow signs to the exit. Okay, so that sounds pretty good fun. I love this fish tank. And there's like, okay, so they're like holographic fish in there as well, aren't they? Love the attention to detail in this game. Always have. Future stream content. Yes, so salvage gameplay sounds a lot of fun. So is what salvaging what? Derelict ships or surface installations or what? Okay, so I'm heading towards DrQuestMD and Co. Now, to get outside, don't I have to go to a... Over here, starboard over here, right, sorry, starboard.
The other side.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, yeah. Thanks, guys. Butterflies and the Gons, yeah, those are pretty as well. Freestanding holograms, and a hummingbird as well, nice. No space game is complete without a series of holograms. Yay, there's Starbolt. Hello, Starbolt, good to see you again. Yay! Right, presumably we were going outside. Have I got a helmet, by the way? Ooh, I just crouched down on the floor rather stupidly. Up. Because if we're going outside, well, actually no, it's breathable atmosphere, isn't it? But it's just like, I thought X was inventory. It's not, is it? I'm sat on the floor. Get off. I need to get off the floor. There we go. Up. There we go. Up. There we go. Stop crouching on the floor, you silly woman. Right. Planetary surface exit. Here we go. Right. Sorry about that. Forgotten what the keys are. It'll be cold, but we'll be quick. Okay. Hello, Drew and crew from Nels00. I hope everyone has a lovely stream. I'm sure we will. Sure we will. First time chat from Classed Mars. How come I'm still pasty white? It's overexposed. Well, I don't go out in the sun too much. I have my hat on most of the time. Oh, the I key, right? That was funny. What? Totally out of context. Thank you very much, Classed Mars. That was actually very useful. But you didn't factor in the stupidity of the streamer involved. Brilliant. Right. So I is inventory. Yes. There we go. Okay. So I'm looking rather chilled out. I'm totally dressed for venturing out onto an icy cold planet in my t-shirt. So I'm going to have to get aboard the ship fairly fast, I think, judging by that. Sorry, Starbot. Right. Okay, so it's freezing cold. Where are we going? Is that DrQuestMD's ship? Let's get there. Because it's flipping survival estimate. I've only got 8 minutes and I'll be dead. So I better leg it down there. Oh, have you got a... Oh, Starbot's got a car. Let's go back up to the car. Don't run me over. Let me jump in. There we go. Okay, Starbolt, hit it. Taxi service program. Are we driving the car on board the ship, or are we just jumping out? Looks like we're jumping out. Oh, this game is so amazing, isn't it? Just it's a... Okay, so she's definitely shivery now. Right. Okay, we're going up. Hopefully it's nice and warm. Put the heating on, DrQuestMD, because we're jolly chilly. There we go. Look, the temperature's rising to a nice balmy 21 degrees centigrade. Lovely. Okay, that's perfect. And there we go. All aboard. Yay! And there's DrQuestMD, looking very, very smart indeed. Look at that uniform. Very cool. You are treated like a king, drivers, pilots. I know, it's jolly nice, isn't it? I could get used to this. Okay, so all aboard. Everybody looks like they're up on the bridge. So, did Starbolt is okay behind us? Though. Yep, good. Okay, so DrQuestMD is standing on the bridge of his lovely 890i ship. Oh, it looks like everybody's in the bar. It's a bit early to be going in the bar, isn't it? Oh look, you've got all sorts of Christmas. You've got all sorts of Christmas lights. Oh, got a bit of lag. Look at this. Did you do this yourselves? Put all these little lights around. That is very cool. Are they little portable? That's fantastic. Well done, guys. That is most impressive. Oh, look at it! Look at it! It's like Christmas illuminations all aboard the ship.
There's a drink on the bar.
There's a drink on the bar. We're having a drink we're having a drink to start the stream. Even this is brilliant. Absolutely love it. Right, okay. Where's? Oh yeah, there's a drink. There we go. Let's have a drink. Well, thank you very much. Let us have a drink in the space bar.
Get out of my pub, you bird.
Right, we'll drink then. There we go. Cheers, everybody. I didn't realise you could leave little decorations around. It's very, very cool. How long did that take you to set up? That's amazing. Those flares have a limited time. Good thing, good planning from the guys. Oh, brilliant. So they only last a certain length of time. Right, let's just see if I can get this drink to drink. There we go. Thank you very much. A few days to set up. Oh, wow. DrQuestMD and co. I do appreciate that effort. That is amazing. So, are these little presents that you can? I mean, what do they do? Do they do anything? That's the reason we wanted Drew to join us this time. We didn't want to stall the ship because it would all disappear. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Illuminalia gift. Okay, so what does? Now, Luminalia is the in-game version of Christmas, effectively. Okay, so can you open these things, or are they? Okay, not to disappear. We'd have to reactivate all the flares. You get. That's right, the Star Wars reference. I feel your presence. Very good. Well, I suppose I can. Little gifts can be found around Starport. Okay, so it's. The gifts are meant to be collected, sold. Okay, so is it? Do you open them, unwrap them, or anything, or they? What do they do? The ship does look amazing with all these lights. I'm just going to wander over here. The game's gone a little bit laggy. I don't know if that's just because there's so many lights and things. They even reflect in the windows. It might be because look, there's a lot of light sources. Looks amazing though, doesn't it? Okay, so it's like an egg hunt. Right, okay, so only it's legally distinct winter festival time. Fantastic. Ah, awesome. Oh, I do appreciate all the efforts you've gone to make it look cool. That does look really, really nice. Yeah, I've got the same issues with low FPS and odd effects, so I wonder if maybe it's the lighting sources that 60% hydration. I've just had a beer, so does that not count? I can see a beer in front of Top Shot, but I bet not pinch his beer. Is there another one about? Or can I get a fruit juice or something? X81 has got one. Oh, thank you very much. There we go. Let me get... no, it's not allowing me to get that one. There we go. Let's drink that. Will this hydrate me? It's kind of working. Yeah, it is a bit. There we go. 66%. That's not bad. Right, okay, so how about DrQuestMD is taking us off, away from the city? That might help. Does look amazing. Let's go and wander over to the windows just while we're look at that. It's total sci-fi. Okay, it's drugs, sorry, not hydrate. Oh, that was the drugs one. Okay, so I'm now mildly intoxicated, thanks. I don't think I'm too intoxicated yet. Okay, so I'm slowly processing my alcohol. I think that's drunk piloting is not good. Look how cool it is to travel the party inside. It is, isn't it? We normally do this right at the end of the stream, of course, to sort of celebrate. Since it's Christmas, why not? I love looking out the windows of these ships. Yeah, there's some weird effects going on there. Look, it's gone kind of like weirdly pixelated, almost like it's gone sort of 16-bit there. Look out the back ports in the fancy dining. The fancy dining is that the next? Which way is it? This way? That's the way out, isn't it? So here's the fancy dining. Is it this way or is it the other way? No, it must be this way. Where Biff Boy's gone. There we are. Oh, that seems to have settled the FPS issues. So I wonder if it's the light sources maybe that causes that. There we go. Yeah, we're flying away from the city now. Yeah, so it seems to be fine here. It was a little bit creaky in the bar, and some those funny, yeah, look, slightly wacky issues happening with the graphics going on there. I wonder if that's multiple light sources doing that. Could be, I suppose. Come back to where you are. Okay, hang on, Starbolt. I should wander over there. This is such a big ship. Oh, hang on, you're at an upper level. How do I get up there? There's a door at the top. It's such a big ship. By the time we get to the end, the stream will be over. Right, hang on, it's done. Well, I'm finding my way. Oh, look, there's lots of little places you can sit down, and there's lights everywhere. I love the way you've decorated the entire ship. It's very, very impressive. Yeah, there's definitely some weird lighting effects going on over there. Okay, let's go through here. There's Starbolt. Okay, looking at the back of the observation deck. There we go. Yeah, and there's the city. Look at the city in the distance. It just looks amazing. Explore ship stuff everywhere, and you tell us about what you think of your first year. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually, DrQuestMD. Let's explore the ship. Okay, so the stars. I haven't been around the ship, so this is the rear of the ship, isn't it? Now, if I recall correctly, this is the captain's cabin here, and there's plushies on the floor. These little guys. Is this the captain's cabin, or is this? Being a bit nosy here, poking around inside the ship. It's such an amazing ship. Dementia 8, send invite from the menus to DrQuestMD. DrQuestMD coordinates all of the stuff. Oh, look, it's got a bed and a view screen. Is this the captain's cabin? Or is this... This looks like a sort of rec room. Behind the... It's such an amazing ship, this one. Is that a door that opens? Doesn't seem to. Oh, it does. Okay, so this is the conference room on the other side, where there is more stuff to have. Looks like a sort of first class lounge. Oh, look, there's a picture of the ship on the wall. nice. Oh, it's the owner's quarters. Oh, it is the captain's quarters, right? Okay, so so I'm off to the side of the engines now. Yeah, there's a fish tank with no fish in it. There seems to be a thing in Star Citizen, fish tanks with no fish. Are they coming? Maybe fish tanks. I mean, clearly you need fish tanks. I mean, Captain Picard has set a precedent with fish tanks aboard spaceships, so clearly that's the thing. But we need fish in the fish tanks, I feel. Okay, so that was a private dining lounge. Wow. Okay, that is nice. That is nice. I haven't really explored the ship. There's a lot of places just to chill out, aren't there? And as per usual in Star Citizen, you can just enjoy the view. It's just, see, that to me is just amazing. Still, look at that. It's even got like a marbled floor design. So it's so swish, isn't it? Okay, we did have fish, but they went poof a few updates ago. I guess we lost the fish. That's a shame. So long, and thanks for all the fish. Okay, and there's seating areas there. These chairs actually work. Okay, so actually, DrQuestMD. So thinking about explore the ship, stuff everywhere. Tell us about what you think of your first year as a citizen. So that is amazing. It is literally a year since I started playing Star Citizen, and the biggest thing I can say about this game, I think, really, if I try and summarise it. This is slightly on the spot, which I'm not very good at, but let's go with it for a moment. Is the sense of presence, the sense of being in a sci-fi universe, is totally unprecedented in anything else I've ever played. I liked Elite. It felt good being in a spaceship, and obviously I had a lot of association with Elite because I played it from being very, 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 very young. And there was a good sense of immersion in the spaceships in Elite. The fact the cockpit moved around you and you had all the menus and all that sort of stuff. But nothing like this, where the ships themselves have personality and style and content just on the inside of them. Star Citizen. A lot of people have accused Star Citizen of just selling JPEGs, and I really, really don't like that. That criticism, because this isn't a JPEG, right? This is a little environment. I mean, it's a big environment, actually, way bigger than any house I've ever owned, particularly in these large ships, where you can be proud of the digital space in which you inhabit. It's got personality. The different ships have got interiors which are bespoke based on the design. The company that makes them. Origin here obviously is super luxurious, very swish. A little bit clinical for my liking. I would want a little bit more wood panelling, and maybe some mahogany and stuff like that. It's not really my style. I'd like a ship with a bit more chrome and a bit more old school sort of some plush leather chairs and maybe a fireplace. But a bit of brass. That's what it needs. Whereas this is very sort of this is very swish. This is very modern. Very modern vibe, which is great. But it's not it's not the style of spaceship I would have. But I can see why people like it. Little things like the LED. Well, I presume it's not LED, right? But it's something like super duper high tech. But let's call it LEDs for the sake of argument. LED floor lighting there. It's very Mercedes, BMW, maybe. It's got that sort of Bauhaus vibe to it. And you can see that with the architecture here, with the big expanses of straight lines and then interrupted by curves and quite a lot of angles, defining corner sections. This is interesting because if you look at the way that this is done, you've got little floor illumination there. But if you look at that little corner there, it's got subtle mood lighting in the corners. You can see that someone's actually spent some architectural time. I don't know if they've got architects actually advising or contributing to the design of the ships, but This little corner here is, you know, is color coded with little downlighters and various different types to define a space. It's very, very cleverly done. I don't know a great deal about architecture, but I can see that, you know, each of these spaces is being defined specifically to say, okay, well, this is this bit of the ship, this is this bit of the ship, you know, and it's significantly distinct. You know, this circular area here is defined by the stairs, the railing, and the circular plinth in the middle. It's just really, really well done. Even though this is actually just an empty space, it's got sections. You know, there's a sitting section there. There's another one over there. And this is a view down, you know, and it's inviting you down to the lower levels of the ship, just visually. It's really, really cool. So that sort of attention to detail and architectural flair in a digital environment is something that really sets Star Citizen apart from anything else I've played. Lots of other games have cool environments. There's no doubt about that. But you know, the thing about this is a ship that's moving around. That at the moment DrQuestMD is flying, and he can go anywhere in the verse, as in fact he is, with us on board, whilst we're just tooling around inside the ship. And the ability to be a passenger, or be a hitchhiker, or be a tourist, or be a reporter, or be anything you want to be in the Star City universe. You know, if you don't want to have the hassle of running your own ship, you don't have to. You know, you just get on board somebody else's ship and do something useful for them. So whilst you obviously have to kind of have a ship to start, you only have to have a little measly one. If you know, get with the multiplayer thing, which is a big deal with this game, and then just plug yourself into the environment, you know, you can like I've done, team up with a bunch of people and spend all your time kipping on their ships. It's amazing. This is nice as well. Look, little artworks just sort of left somewhere. It's touches like that set it apart. The design flair on this is amazing. The graphics are amazing as well. I mean, you can see little imperfections there, which make it look slightly relaxed. Sort of looks like brushed steel there, as if it's just slightly worn. It's been around a little bit, which is nice. Okay, so let's wander through. Some slight graphical artifacts coming in. There's little Christmas presents all about, plushies and all sorts of things. A few lights. Now this is weird. Is that a window? That just looks like I can see there's a slight. I don't want to step through there in case that's a glitch. Is that a window in the side of the ship? I don't know. It looks like a space, but it's okay. It's a door. So does it open? Oh yeah. Oh wow! So it's like a hologrammatic door. That's very cool. Wow. Okay, so what's in here then? I don't think I've been in here before. What's this? This room is. I love the old mix of old and new here. Okay, so look, there's artifacts and but there's some books. You know, these ones are a little bit bland, but books still in whatever year we're in. That's kind of weird. This is okay. So this is like a little rec room. There's a game of chess. It look like cigars there. Another fish tank with no fish. And what is this? A sort of projection booth or something? Is this another bed? Yeah, it's another bed. Okay, so that's. I wouldn't want to sleep here. It's extremely bright. Is this a piece of art, or is this a thing? Oh, it sounds like we just jumped into hyperspace, maybe quantum travel rather. Okay, so yet another chair, which again you can sit in. So this is the second thing about Star Citizen. Okay, you can be you're part of the environment in a way that no other game really has done. Not a space game anyway. You can sit in the chairs. You can open the cupboards for no other good reason than they work. That gives you such a sense of ownership of the. Oh look, there's little gifts about Aegis Dynamics T-shirt, aerospace T-shirt. What else have we got here? Yeah, so Razorback pants. I can't get over. So I'll get back to the point I was about to talk about in a moment. I can never get over the the American word pants, which of course, when you translate it into British, means trousers. In the UK, pants are underwear, right? So when the Americans say, "I'm just going to go get my pants," all the British people go, "Arr," because it just sounds really weird. So apologies for that. So pants, yeah. So pants in the UK is underwear, right? So when you say pants to a British person, they say, "Can I borrow your pants?" So don't do that in the UK, all right? Because you'll get some very funny looks. But in the US, of course, pants is your outer garments. So yeah, that's one of those things. We just say undies in Australia. So when we say something is pants in the UK, we're referring to underwear. Okay, it's not very good. I suppose that game is pants. Does that translate into the US? It probably sounds a bit weird. I don't know. So if something is pants in the UK, it means it's not very good. I love this door. This door is insane. It's actually holographic as well. Look, you can look around the corners of the door and see. That is very, very. I want one of those. I want one of those in my house. That is brilliant, isn't it? Look, you can look around the corners of the door frame, and it's a holographic image, presumably, of the outside of the ship. That's very good. Yeah, Starbot 81 we call flip-flop thongs. Okay, now I encountered that one in Australia. I didn't know that. Oh, sorry, was that somebody talking there? I didn't know that flip-flops. Okay, so that's it's a graphics glitch. Is it? Well, I think they should keep that because that looks awesome. It's a hologrammatic door. Okay, it's a shame that's a graphical glitch. I rather like that. A hologrammatic door that's presenting a picture of the outside world. I think they should keep it. That's very cool. So yeah, so flip-flops in the UK. I don't know, what are they called in the States? In the UK, flip-flops are little open-toed sandal things you wear on your feet. They're usually made of sort of plastic. Okay. In in Australia, they call them thongs. Okay. Whereas in the UK, a thong is a very, very skimpy kind of piece of underwear. I don't know how that translates into the US, thongs and flip-flops, but do let me know, anybody who's in the US, because that's quite funny. Just little things like that can unhinge you. You've got to be very careful. Okay, so here's another door which isn't a hologrammatic door on the opposite side. So yeah, so I was saying the I like that. Okay, so this is the same sort of room but on the other side. Oh, there's a gun. Look at that. What have we got here? Oh, it's not. It's a missile. It's a missile launcher. Let's just leave that hanging around in the spaceship. Very cool. I love the chessboard. So yeah, so that sense of being able to pick things up, you know, hats and shoes and things, and you know, being able to dress yourself, sit in the chairs, change your appearance, just, you know, adapt yourself, and have a stash of stuff that allows you to, you know, personalize what you're doing is such a profound difference to gameplay. It changes the entire concept of the game because, you know, usually in a space game you're concerned with things like, okay, what are the missions? Okay, what weapons can I have? How can I upgrade my ship? How can I make more money so I can get a better ship? All that sort of stuff. Now that's all here as well, right? That's all here as well. But what you also have in Star Citizen is just being present in the universe and just going, okay, well today, you know, like exactly what we're doing now. We're just touring around the ship. We're not fighting an evil invading force. We're not killing pirates. We're not trying to trade and make lots of profits. We're just enjoying the fact that we're here, okay, and having a look around the interior of a ship, which is a space which is worth exploring. Even the ships themselves are worth exploring just because they're there. This particular ship obviously is an amazing ship. So you've always what's nice about this is you can't get bored in this universe. Unlike a lot of games where you kind of, you know, you've kind of seen it, you've kind of done it, you know, okay, we've seen the pirate mission, and you know, when you do the missions, what happens is you get a kind of a variation on, deliver the XYZ to ABC, all that sort of stuff. In this, you can do those kind of missions, but you've kind of got the okay. Well, I can do it in one ship, or I can do it in a different ship, and I can, combine it with other activities that I want to do, or maybe just, I can do it in a rush and try and do it as fast as possible, or I can do it in, do it really slowly and combine it with other things. It's so much more choice in terms of how you do it. Right, let's go. Okay, let's go down to the spar and the pool, because obviously that's what you have in a spaceship. The spaceships in Star Citizens are so much more than just ships. They've been designed as places that you can hang around. Now this is more my kind of thing. Okay, so down here, look, it's all wood paneling and stuff, and there's a pool because of spaceships. So this feels to me a little bit more sort of Scandinavian design. Are these little changing? They are little changing rooms. It's towels on. That's the towel there. So you just hop in here. So presumably what I could do actually, this is how you're supposed to use it. Is just to you jump into your undies or your flip flops or whatever it is, and you go for a swim, right? So forget about doing the pirates and stuff. Let's just go for a dip, because why not, right? So I can go for a swim, kind of. I've got to be a bit careful here. Can I actually? Will this actually work? I'm just careful that I might die in the swimming pool, which will be a bad thing. But keep your shades on. There we go. So that I'm just okay. So I'm just literally sort of standing. Is it safe to walk around? Highly recommend a visit to the med bay and setting your spine. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. So let me go and get my clothes back on. So anyway, there we go. I've had a dip in the pool on a spaceship, which is flying around, and I'm just going back into the changing rooms, because that's obviously where you go. Oops, so that's interesting. That didn't quite work. Maybe I'm too close to the wall. Oh, there we go. So there we go, get dressed again. And we'll head to the midi bay and set the spawn points. That's a good suggestion. So that's one thing. That's one thing. That's right. You've got to do it properly. If there's a changing room, use the changing room, right? Because it's there. Okay, so that was the elevator. What else is on this level? Okay, so is this is the spa? I don't think I've been down here before. Oh, it is as well. Look, it's a spa. So it has got a very Swedish vibe. I don't think I can sit down here. Look at the temp. Is there a temperature thing? Because that's pretty cool. Although a spa would have. It is as well. Look, there's like hot coals and things. It's a sauna, not a spa. Sorry, yeah. And you can pour a little bit of water on the hot coals. It's just amazing. That is got now. And then that's another sauna. Yeah. What is this? Is this a shower? Does it work? Can I get inside? I'm not sure that's actually open for business at the moment. Oh no, it is. I can walk through it. Tell me that was a glass partition. Okay, so this is, I'm guessing, a shower, is it? I assume the shower itself doesn't work. It does look like a shower, yeah. So it's fantastic, is that? Okay, so that's the sauna end of the ship, and then over here there looks like there's a small pool with a sort of funky waterfall, which is nice. This is basically the hot tub. They're rocks, not coals. Sorry, yeah, get that right. And then more lights, which is nice, nicely done. And so on. You can just jump in. Actually, I don't want to jump in the pool. I've got all my clothes on, otherwise I'll be talking. That's nice, isn't it? Is that a piece of glass where water is sort of travelling down? I think it is, isn't it? Lovely attention to detail. So yeah, so that whole bit of the ships are more than just ships. Okay, particularly the bigger ones. Okay, each ship has got tasks. Now this is a luxury vessel. This is basically a flying hotel, isn't it? And it's just a lovely place to be in, and just enjoy being around. So particularly for somebody who's got a big ship. There's another space there, look. And there's a beer. Excellent. Beers dotted around the ships. So pool and spa. Now what's at the back of the ship here? Somewhere around here were the airlocks, I thought. Is this the airlock? Yeah, so okay, so those are the airlocks on this level. And this is a lift that goes up and down. That's right, okay. And I love the attention to detail with these little lights. They're brilliant. Funny Asteroid appears to have a headset there with some Christmas decorations on, which is very cool. Okay, so yeah, so it's a super yacht. It is. It's a super. It's exactly that, isn't it? It's a super yacht. So that was the spa area. Now there is some engineering access here, which I didn't spot before. Does that open? So this is okay. Escape raft. So you don't have an escape pod on this ship. You've got an escape raft for the entire crew. That's quite nice. Does that? Are these things operational? I don't want to. Yeah, so that if you need to, you can just evacuate. All hands abandon the ship. That's pretty cool. And presumably there's another one on this side. Okay, so yeah, 2 escape pods. Or escape rafts. I like the fact that they're rafts. That's a bit more upmarket than pod, isn't it? Very cool. Okay, so let's find our way back to the lift. What an amazing ship. We've got 2 lifts, 2 elevators here. Okay, so we were on floor 1, which is bar, lounge and dining, spa and pool, and then the crew kitchen is down below here. How do I access the lift? Ah, there we go. I like the fact you have to click buttons as well and activate things. It doesn't just turn up. It's got that level of interaction. The doors slide open and all that sort of stuff. Let's go down to the kitchen. Okay, so this is below decks. The posh people don't normally come down here. So this is a kitchen for prepping stuff. Again, amazing attention to detail in Star Citizen. The thing is, the ambition of this game is what still staggers me after a year. Is that it's aiming to be a complete universe of stuff, not just ships, but environments and locales and things. Okay, so there are escape pods down here. Is this sort of crew escape pods? Got to be careful because there's so many doors. Right, controls. Okay, oh, this is the battle bridge, isn't it? Okay, so this is another one. This is the battle bridge, which is pretty cool as well. Very Star Trek Next Generation. Oh, and look what's in the... Okay, so this is a view of the engineer. This is the view of the cargo bay, and there is a massive thing. Which ship is okay, the big view screen is going to be installed next year. Hopefully it is. Yeah, that would be. Is that true? That would be ideal. I'd love to see that. But more surprised, you can visit the ship hangar too. Okay, so the ship hangar. So okay, so what is this? What is this beast of a thing down there? That looks amazing. Plus there is an access panel here. So we can actually get aboard this thing, can't we? So what is this? Is this the... okay, that's the elevator. I don't want to do that while we're in space. This is an Anvil Spartan, or an APC, a big city bus. Okay, so what this is okay, so here's another thing, the third thing about Star Citizen that is amazing. The ability to put things aboard other things. Okay, so these cars and these vehicles are self-contained environments of their own, but they can drive aboard other things and then be transported by those other things to other places, all of which happen inside each other. That is amazing. From a from a perspective of the game and what it offers you, because that means there's multiple ways to approach things. If you have a mission, you can say, well, do we do it with the ship? Or do we do it with a land vehicle? Do we do it on foot? How do we do it? Do we do it as a team? Do we do it as individuals? So many ways you can approach the gameplay, which is just amazing. Okay, so that got opened. There we go. Okay, so it's got a side loading. Thank you, Starball. Let's go and have a look aboard. Okay, so this looks quite heavy-duty military sort of stuff. This does. Let's open this as well. This is the rear. Okay, no, that's just the rear access. Right, okay. Right. Wow, look at that, yeah. And then we can go forward. So and you look at the detail around all of these environments. They're so lovingly crafted. You know, this is so familiar. The visual and audio cues you get from this game. You know, for example, there's Anvil Aerospace. There's a market. There's little things like secure catch before moving. Lots of little visual cues that give you a sense of what you're in and why it's there. You know, you can look at things like, you know, there's Anvil Aerospace. They're just leaving their logos on places. There's another one there. Ooh, it's gone a bit wobbly. There, you can just sort of see the markers thing. And bits of text, serial number. You know, it's little attention to detail, warning there's a vent there. All that little stuff just gives you a sense, which is amazing. Sounds like we're flying off somewhere again. And that's all happening. So DrQuestMD is flying this ship. I'm inside a vehicle which is parked in the cargo bay of the ship, and it all kind of just works. Can I tell that? Oh, must be that control panel there. There we go. That just connects it all up. It folds away. It's all articulated as well, which is insane. Is that climbable? Feels like it should be. But, so that's yeah, it's just amazingly cool. And then there's a little car. This one looks fun actually. What's top of this on? Is this a Timbrel? Look at the LED lighting there, or whatever it is in the future. It's that looks good. And you know what? The other little thing here is if you bend down here, look at the articulation there of suspension components and stuff. This one's actually got, look, it's actually got wishbone suspension on the front there. Has it got the same at the back? Let's find out. As you know, I'm into my cars, so I love all this stuff. Yeah, it's double wishbone suspension. So that's really cool, right? That basically means that's a sports car, a sort of off-roady sort of sports car. I like the alloys actually; those are really nice. Let's hop in there. Let's have a look at what that's looking like inside. So it's just like a space car. A grey cat. Okay, there we go. Grey cat sport terrain vehicle. So it says sport terrain, and it's somebody has done.
Systems on.
You know, somebody somewhere knows a little bit about cars because they've designed the suspension. Not, I don't know how it drives, but they've designed the visualness of the suspension to be correct. And yeah, there's a simple coil spring there, coil over damper spring with the wishbone suspension, which is exactly what you'd want on a sporty car. Oh look, it's got its own little cargo bay. How does that? Oh, look. Is that? doing? Is that a... Okay, so there's one there which just folds the cargo away. Right, oh, nice. I don't know what that one does. It's like a spoiler or something that pops up to allow you to get the spare wheel off, maybe. So you can put some boxes in the back. So again, you know, which machine do we take? If we want high speed, in which case we haven't got very much cargo. But everything's physicalized. That's I suppose that's the fourth part about Star Citizen, is the physicalization. If you want to carry some stuff about, it's not just a menu you click in the game because your vehicle has 2 units of storage space. In Star Citizen, if your vehicle has 2 units of storage space, there they are at the back of the ship. You know, you have to physically put things in, which again makes you think. It makes you okay. It makes it more real. Makes it more real. Dementia. That was a bummer. I tried to EVA a ship, but they fell to death. Oh no! Hopefully you can resurrect yourself. This is the other thing. I love all these buttons because I like to tidy up. Play these games. So that's very cool. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Right, let's have a look in the engine room. I don't think I've even been in the engine room. Okay, so look at this. This is presumably one of the engines. And it's like glowing and flickering and doing cool spacey stuff. Now I've got no idea what that stuff is. It's some sort of like super duper high energy plasma-y, quantum-y stuff, right? But isn't it cool that it's there? You can go down to the engine room. And a lot of these ships, I don't know what this one looks like when it gets damaged, okay, but a lot of the ships, when they get damaged, there's sparks and there's fumes and there's smoke and stuff spreading out, so you know the ship is not in a good way. So that's restricted. So it's that's just glorious, isn't it? I mean, that is a spaceship. That looks like a spaceship. That looks like an engine doing some cool high powery stuff. And look, there's some red lights blinking in sequence down the end there. Oh, look at this holographic T-shirt, holographic jumper that DrQuestMD has. I'm just gonna peer at your chest, DrQuestMD. Don't take it personally. Look at that. What a cool idea. That's excellent. So yeah, look, jump power. Okay, so there we go. It's the people who've designed this really love their spaceships. Basically, they really love space and adventure and stuff, because just being here makes you feel like you're doing something cool, doesn't it? I mean, you're adventuring. Here's the engine bay, and there's the engine. It makes the ships very. They just feel real. They just feel like real things. So engine room B is presumably going to be a copy of the other one, yeah, doing its thing. But look at the engine bay. Does that open? Some of these do. They have panels and flaps and things that you can do. That one doesn't. But so I don't know if there's anything else down here to look at. I don't know what this thing is. This the quantum drive? There's a panel here. What does that do? That's the shield generator engineering panel. Do these open? Some of them do. Not all of them do. Is that the quantum drive? Oh, it's the gravity generator. Right, okay. Which of course is a nice thing to have in a science fiction, so basically it doesn't matter which orientation we're at in the ship. Gets around that whole problem of not having to worry about zero gravity, which is something that they did in Elite Dangerous, which I thought was also very, very stupid, because in the lore in Elite Dangerous they basically said there wasn't any anti-gravity tech, and then they, and anybody with a well, there were two things about that. One, that broke the original law of Elite, which said that there was anti-gravity tech, so they kind of changed the law for no good reason. And then the other one was, of course, anybody with half a bit of common sense basically says, okay, well, if you don't have gravity tech in your sci-fi universe, it makes the makes the entire inside of spaceships and space stations really, really, really hard to do from a gameplay perspective. So the same reason you have gravity tech on Star Trek and Star Wars, because it's really, really expensive and difficult to film zero gravity scenes all of the time, right? So why would you not do that? It's a sci-fi universe, who cares? Just have gravity tech, it makes things a lot more straightforward. So I never understood that decision. And of course now they have they try and do it with magnetic boots, but magnetic boots are not a substitute for gravity. You can't do things in magnetic boots. But anyway, that's a ship that's long sailed in that particular one. So I'm pleased to see in Star Citizen that there is anti-gravity tech, because you've got to have that in the sci-fi universe just to make it work and make things consistent. But there we go. Right. Okay. So these are cabinets, aren't they? Look at this. The doors just slide, and there's your guns. This has got a very Star Warsy sort of vibe down here, hasn't it? With the sort of Tantive 4 spaceship at the beginning of A New Hope. The corridors. You can just imagine grabbing your gun from in here, and the stormtroopers are about to blast through that door. Very cool. Right, so I haven't found my way to the medical bay yet. I don't know where I am. I'm following DrQuestMD because I'm kind of hoping he's going in the right direction. So we're heading forward, but this is the side of the ship, I think. The hollow screen shirts are great. Okay, the next stop. There we go. What's that at the front? Okay, this is the med bay. Yeah, well, sorry, DrQuestMD. What's just over here? I'll go there in a minute. Let's go to the med bay. Now this is another thing in Star Citizen which I like. It's very, very well thought through, because okay, the problem with player death is obviously a thing. You can make a mistake and get killed quite easily in Star Citizen. But what they've done is they've thought about the lore in regards to death. Okay, so in a lot of games you just respawn, right? Which is kind of okay, because it's a game at the end of the day. You've got to get on with playing the game. But in Star Citizen, in Star Citizen you respawn, right? But the way it's done in Star Citizen is you actually effectively put you basically make a save of your consciousness, right? And your genetic profile, so that you can be regenerated. So in a very particular way, when you respawn, you're not actually you anymore. You have actually died, but an identical copy of you with your last set of recorded memories is recreated from scratch. So I'm going to transfer my imprint here. You see, so if I die, I will be recreated at this point, right? It's a very, very good piece of lore, and it works so well for for gameplay dynamics. So someone has sat down and really, really thought about that, and got through the inconsistencies. And that again is something about Star Citizen which I think is incredibly laudable. Is basically, okay, so hang on, we don't just, it's not a case of you just jump into an escape pod and you regen the last place you saved, or the last place you were, because in some games, I mean, Elite is a good example. The last time you saved your position could have been thousands and thousands of light years away, and you could be in way off in the depths, and it doesn't make any sense that you would then respawn thousands and thousands of light years away, because how the hell did you get there? Did you die where you were reborn? None of those questions are answered. Whereas in Star Citizen, whoever you were has actually died. Okay, you've ceased to exist, or you've just died. Because I mean, earlier on one of my streams, I performed a space funeral for myself, my previous existence. So you do actually die. Okay, but your memories have been preserved at the last point you saved them, and your regen location has been set by you. So you're sort of making your own will. Okay, if I die, I want to be reconstructed here with these memories, please. Yay! And then, of course, the space tea arrives, which is a very important part of here it comes. Incoming space tea. Look at that! Yay! Thank you, Bob. So I did set my spawn point, didn't I? My lovely wife, they're bringing me the space tea. That's a very important part of the trip. So, again, little things like that. The lore in Star Citizen has been very, very carefully considered alongside the game. It's not a case of here's some lore, we'll build a game. If the lore gets in the way of the game, then we'll just forget about the lore, which devalues the lore and makes it kind of no longer really interesting. In Star Citizen, the lore has, they've worked with it, and I'm sure they've made some adjustments to the lore overall where they've not necessarily got things right, but there we go. My current region location is aboard the ship, which is very, very cool. But the lore is important. It sits alongside the game, and that means you can depend upon it. That means you can build missions upon it. That means you can immerse yourself in the gameplay more because the lore makes sense, and all the conditions around it plug into it. So that is a really, 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 really compelling thing. And they will tweak the lore because this game is under development, and that is another strength, I think. So going through my list of things that I like about Star Citizen, this approach of not having a release game. This is still an alpha, right? In some ways, I think. If you would say, okay, when's it going to be finished? If you ask the kind of obvious, normal questions that you'd ask of a game, when's it going to be finished? When can I buy it? Okay, we can't answer that question for Star Citizen, can we? Because we don't know. It's such a complicated thing and such a big scope that who knows if it'll ever be done. But being in a perpetual alpha means that it can be evolved, lessons can be learned. We don't necessarily, if we end up in a blind alley, we can go back and fix things and go back again. Now that is a bit frustrating for the gamers who basically say, I want a game to play so I can make progress in it and make my way in the universe and do some stuff. And as we know, a progress reset is coming up, right? Which is just to a degree frustrating because it means you can't do a bunch of stuff and then keep it for now. But on the flip side, what you get is, okay, an evolving environment where if something doesn't quite work, it can be tweaked and changed because we haven't released the game yet. It's still it's still in development, so lessons can be learned, things can be changed, stuff can be tweaked. So there are advantages to this approach. The trick is, do we still keep moving forward? How long does it go? Will it stay like this forever? Questions that are difficult to answer. So I think there are pros and cons to this approach. I wrote that for a moment because of the angle there. I thought that was a writing lounge. It looks like an R. It's actually an A. It's a waiting lounge. I quite like the idea of a writing lounge aboard the spaceship. That's quite good. Okay, so I've set my spawn point. This is the waiting lounge, so we can just sit here for a moment. I love the interactivity, just being able to sit. Okay, so I'm just going to chill here. There we go. I don't know how long we have to wait for. Is this a waiting lounge for the Medibay, or is it a waiting lounge for something else? I wonder what we're waiting for. I had enough of waiting. There we go. Okay, so this is the hangar. Waiting for passengers to arrive. Oh, the forward hangar. Okay, so this is the hangar. Right, okay, that makes more sense. Okay, so be careful here. That's an airlock. Airlock control. This is the... Oh, hello. Okay, so this is the hangar. And what do we have here? Look at this. I don't think I've seen this ship before. What is that? Okay, so if you're brought to the ship via a shuttle, this would be the lounge to be brought onto the ship. This is the new RSI Scorpio. So what is this? A sort of... What are those? Okay, so this is Lumsey ship. So thank you very much for bringing this along, Lumsey. This looks amazing. What? Is that a weapon? Or is it... What's a Max Ox? Oh, it's a gimbaled gun. Look at that. Is that what it is? We recommend a test flight. It's a heavy pilot for one ship and one gun. Okay, so are these gimbaled weapons? Top and bottom on the wings there. We recommend a test flight. I think that definitely is the thing, isn't it? Wowzers, okay. That does look amazing. Okay, I think it would be very cool that you can see how to take the ship out from the hangar. I should take it out for a spin. I think that's a really good idea. Okay. I'm just admiring the ship, really. So do I need to open the hangar before... Or can I open the hangar from inside the ship? I'm a bit wary of opening the hangar because none of us have got spacesuits on. So I can open the hangar doors here. We can. Okay, so, okay, I've got you. Alright, okay. So if I get aboard the ship, then, because we don't want to depressurize the bay. Okay, so open ladder. Let's check this out then. Okay, so it's not going to be a very big ship, but... Enter pilot seat. Okay, is there not... Is it literally just a... I guess it must be literally just a cockpit, isn't it? Okay. Have you checked your insurance policies? Do I need my helmet to be inside the ship? Because I don't know if I've got one, actually. Oh, I keep doing this. I don't think I brought a helmet with me. Or have I? No, I didn't. At least if I did, I left it back at base. Is it? It should be safe for the test flight. Okay, as long as I make sure to pressurize the hangar. Enter gunner seat, enter pilot seat. I think I want to fly it. Did that work? Oh, here we go. Okay. There we go. And these HUDs are amazing as well. Okay, so quantum HUD, flight HUD, scanning HUD. Look at the buttons here. That's nice. So, there's a button there I should definitely not press, right? SLF destruct. Wonder what that means. Don't jab at that one. Right, okay, so looks okay, so there we go, look. DrQuestMD has opened the hangar, so we're now in a vacuum. Let's fire up the engines. Oh, it's taking off itself. Why is it doing that? Or is that the elevator? So the elevator is okay. The elevator is self-destination. Maybe it must be something good. Is it actually active? No, unfortunately not. I'm going to press that button. Okay, so now we are. Let's have a look at the external view. Okay, so we've been lifted on an elevator above the level of the ship. So there's a set of guns. How do I zoom in? It was F4, isn't it? There we go. There's a set of guns on top, a very heavy set of looking. Is Lumsays in the gun turrets? And a set of gimbaled guns at the back. I'm looking at these wings, thinking they look like they slot out in a bit, so we'll find out. And look, the cockpit illumination is switched to red, which is very kind of super spacey, which are quite nice, like that. Although it looks green on the inside. Okay, so let's try and take off. Minimal thrusters, vertical speed. Don't seem to have any power. Or turn on the power. Where's the power? Is it on? No. Is it on? There we go. Right, I forgot to switch it on. There we go. Okay, so there are 8 guns charging there. Right, so let's. There we go. Sounds like Lumsays. If it is Lumsays in the things, it's firing the guns. There we go. Do that again, Lumsays. If that was you. Look at that. Pretty amazing. Right. Cool. Right. Let's get the ship off the ground then. Right. There we go. Wow. It's super fast. Didn't even have the power on that very much there. Okay, so we now are drifting clear. Let's just thrust them up a bit. Make sure we don't do any potential damage to DrQuestMD's ship. There we go. Okay, so undercarriage is up now. Undercarriage is for undercarriage. There we go. Oh, look at that. So it's like a look at it's like an X-wing fighter but on steroids. Oh, that is so cool. What's this thing called again? It's a heavy fighter. Okay, so it's got 4 big guns at the wing pods, which look like they've just spun around. So are they under my control? Yes, they are. Okay, so I can't imagine what this ship is inspired by. Any guesses? What this ship is inspired by? Oh, it's got. Did that gun just fold away? Hang on. So what happened there then? Let me just put the undercarriage back down again. Does the gun? I'm just going to put the undercarriage. Okay, so that folds in. Oh, and the gun sort of. Oh, the gun had this. Yeah, Star Fury. Yeah, the Star Fury. It's like Star Fury mixed with the X-wing from Star Wars, isn't it? Star Fury from Babylon 5. So, is that gun turret under your control then, and you can move it backwards and forwards? Starbot, I can deploy the turret top or rear. Okay. Star Fury and X-wing. Okay, so go and move the turret again. How awesome is that? You can put the turret down the bottom, and then I can fold the wings in it. Oh, what a ship! That is so cool, isn't it? I mean, who doesn't want a ship that can do that kind of stuff, right? And you can shoot off the back. And then I've got these amazing. So if you're being pursued, okay, here we go. Let's throttle up. So if you're being pursued, one guy can take out the guys behind you, whereas you could be attacking forward. What a ship! Oh, I gotta get myself one of these. That's awesome. What a machine! That is probably the best looking spaceship I've seen in a long, long time, and it sounds awesome as well. I love that. What a brilliant machine. It's a recent ship, all the physical small details are there. That is so cool, isn't it? This is how we define spaceport defense. They are, I mean, yeah, what an amazing machine. How good does that look? Actually, I better find my way back to. Have I still got? Oh, I've the only problem I've not been paying attention. I've flown myself out of range of DrQuestMD's ship. Can I get back to it? Is that it up there? Oh, there you go. 43 kilometers away. Let's go back over there. This is the best in show version for the X, but comes in special. It's amazing. Oh, doesn't it look so cool? Oh, it's, yeah. How much are these? I mean, it's probably not a very practical ship, but for fun and games. We just jumped from Babylon 5 to Lost in Space, yeah. Am I moving? I am moving, yeah. Oh, there we go. I'm coming into range. There we go. I've got to be careful. Okay, so now I've got to manage a landing. Okay, this could be quite interesting. Everybody pay their insurance premiums, please. There's DrQuestMD ship. Let's really throttle this thing down. It's virtually nothing. Right, let's see if we can do a landing here. Okay, so is that the bottom right? First things first. Right, we're entering a no-fire zone, so let's put all the guns away. What a lovely ship. Okay, so there's DrQuestMD's ship. Let's move ourselves in there at a relatively slow speed. Oh, what an amazing thing. Like a Star Fury and X-wing. Yeah, best combination ever. That is very much the case. And here's another thing that I really like. Okay, so I like the homage to different space games. It's always nice because who hasn't wanted to be in name your favorite space film, right, or space TV series. The people behind Star Citizen clearly know that, but it's not like they're not copying. You can see the inspiration, which I really like. Okay, so let's roll the ship round. So it's like a homage to all the things that you want to do in a space game. Who doesn't want to fly a Starfury or an X-wing, right? Right. So the docking bay is on the top here somewhere, and I've got 6 degrees of freedom when I'm manoeuvring my ship, which is another important thing. So is that the landing pad there, directly in front of me? I think it is. Let's go in cautiously. Oh, you can open the wings independent of the gear. Oh, can you? Let's just check that out there. Okay, so the gear is down at the moment. Let's put the gear up. And you can close the wings. Alt K. Oh yeah, look, the wings close without the undercarriage. And then they close with the undercarriage. Nice!
Landing gear deployed.
That's good. Right, okay, so let's get in here carefully, because I don't want to scratch anybody's ship. Oh, DrQuestMD is just orientating the ship so I can see the hangar. Do I have to park a particular way round? I'm thinking nose first in line with the ship. So let's cautiously come in. We're about 100 meters off now, so I'm aiming for the landing pad there. And this ability to dock other ships with other ships, very, very nose to front. Okay. So again, 6 degrees of freedom, which is a very cool thing to have. What I want to do is position myself above the landing bay and then tilt up and kind of land effectively, although it's kind of 0G here. Let's see how well that looks. Okay, it's looking reasonable. Oh, apart from the fact it's drifting a little bit. Really kind of careful. Nope, that doesn't look good, does it? There we go. Pitch down.
Back it up a tad.
Back it up. Hang on, I've got a slight drift on something. Right, I need to back it up. How do I reverse?
Just a tiny little move.
I need to reverse a little bit, don't I? How do I? Let's see what. Let's do it like that. There we go. It's very sensitive, this ship. Very sensitive indeed. Okay. It's just this feels like actually docking a ship. This is the. It's like yeah. That's not an easy thing to do, right? Let's just nose it in gently. I'm quite keen to do this manually because spaceships, right? I'm looking like a complete noob doing this, but that's okay. How are we looking this time? Right, we need to go a bit forward. I'm looking at that, I think. Oh, I've got a feeling I've touched down. Yeah, I have. Am I clear? I don't think I am, no. I've got the back hanging out of the ship. Yep. So don't lower the cargo bay yet. Just a smidge forward. There we go. There we go. It's a tight fit actually for this ship, isn't it? There we go. That looks good.
That's it, put it down.
Boom, we're down. Right, there we go. We can think we can lower away to the cargo bay. Boom. What an amazing, isn't that amazing? There we go, look, and it just, it's so spaceship. Spaceship, spaceship. Look at that. It's just Thunderbirds, isn't it? All the things you wanted to do as a kid that you had in your head when you were playing with your toys. Now you can do, kind of in like a real space environment. That's just insane, right? And then, okay, so the hangar doors close. It repressurizes. Someone's already out. I'm still. There we get out of here. There we go. So I'm going to get out of the cockpit. Clamber down the outside of the ship. We're back in the bay. Yeah, there should have been a guy with some sticks. That would be really cool. I'll turn off the scorpius. Do I need to turn it off? Sorry, let me turn it off. Where's the power switch? I didn't see a power switch. Oh, there are storage spaces. I didn't see those. Let's go and have a quick look at the outside then. Because I didn't see it had a cargo bay at all. Right, so where's the power? That's the... Is there a button for the power? SPL, spool the quantum drive. Where's the power? Is it just you? Is there not a button? There's normally a button in the ship. Somewhere for... Is there not a button in the ship? Doesn't matter if there isn't, but there we go. Right, let's switch off. Okay, so there we go. Right, it's off now. Where are these storage spaces? The fact that you can just do that, you can fly a ship and then dock it back in the cargo bay and then climb out of the ship, and it's just insane. It still blows my mind that is possible in a computer game. Okay, so there's ladders there. There's a whole bunch of... Are they missile launchers? Possibly. Okay, where's the storage then? Is it at the back here with starboard? Is there a little... Oh wow. Okay, so there's just a tiny little... It's like a convertible car, this. You know, it's very cool, but there isn't much storage space. But there's a little bit. So what's this thing? Or is that just access for... Oh, there's one there as well. What's this? Is this the boot? Effectively. Oh, it's just access for what? Oh, for like a... That's the storage bay, basically. That's what you can... That's very cool. I'm not sure what that's doing, but... It's just very neat. Oh, that's the shield generator. That's just access for things. So where is the storage space? Oh, it's here. Right, okay. I love the little buttons to... Oh. Oh, storage there, literally. It's just a tiny little... tiny little storage locker. Very cool. Very cool. it's got. Look at the mechanism of the wings there. That's just a thing of beauty, isn't it? Wow. I like the ship. Thank you for bringing it along, Lumsace. That is amazing. That is just, yeah. That's the prettiest spaceship I think I've seen in yonks. Amazing. What a lovely thing. Oh, okay, and there's an armor rack here. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so it can serve as like a mobile gun rack as well. And that's that one there, is it? Oh, amazing. They are very good at this, aren't they? And there's another one there, I noticed. What's that one do? That's avionics. That's just so you can get access to repair stuff. Amazing. I love all that stuff. It's like big in the science museum. Wow. Okay, let's tidy it up. Yep. Well done, Starbot. Let's make sure we put it all away. I love all that articulation of stuff. That's just very, very cool. So, okay, so we were making our way forward. Don't think we can go any further that way. These are just side panels. This is sort of just around the hangar area, isn't it? So is there a way forward to the front of the bow of the ship here? That's such a cool spaceship. When those are the guns that we were firing. Max Ox. They were very cool. I like them. There is a lift there, but it only gives access to the front turret. Okay, let's just check that out. Is there a lift? Where's the lift here? I didn't see a lift. Oh no, there's a button on the wall. There we go. Okay, so this literally is turret access. So this is right on the bow of the ship. There we go. Okay, let's just check the turret out. Oh, we're back down to the city. That's the forward turret. There we go. Okay, so I literally am now. It's not letting me to roll around for some reason. Do I need to power up? Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to press the wrong button and kill the power on the entire ship. So we'll leave that alone. So here's the forward ships. Cool. Okay. Oh, I've got to press a button to. You can tell this is a Chris Roberts game. It's elevators again. It's obviously elevated. What happens in this ship if the power goes out there? Because you're going to get jammed, aren't you? All the elevators get damaged. I feel there should be some ladders as well. Okay, there's. Oh look, this doubles a. Is that a basketball hoop? It is. That can happen. Yes. Wow. Okay. Okay. So this doubles up as a basketball court when there's no ship in it. Is there one down this end? So it's like a single-ended basketball court. That's still pretty cool though, isn't it? Why not? Okay, so that's another turret. That's the mid turret. What an amazing ship. Okay, airlock control. Be careful of the airlocks. That's the escape pods. This runs down the side of the ship to. Okay, so this is the mess hall now. This is like the crew quarters. Okay, so this is the crew quarters now, isn't it? Cabin CP04. These are just the normal berths for individuals, yeah. Which are pretty much all the same. Okay, so this is crew quarters. This is the this is where the crew lives. The staff. Now they've got a pretty nice environment aboard the ship, to be honest. This is their own environment. Let's see what's in here then. Okay, so so much space aboard the ship. So this is their sort of kitchen, the mess room and stuff. So what was... Okay, let me just go back again. What was on the other side of the ship? And they've got their own TV, kind of got their own lounge. It's a pretty nice environment. Is that a loo, presumably? Is that a combined shower room? Bath 3. Yeah. Okay, so it's pretty nice for the crew, right? The crew has got a good vibe going on there. And they've got like recreation environment. Got a pool room. Even got some cues stacked there against the wall. Some kind of arcade game. It's pretty cool, isn't it? That takes me back to the hangar. So what was down the other side of the ship then? Let's go through this door. Does this take us to the other side of the same... Oh no, this is the med bay. This is where we came through. Okay, right, so that's what's down there. Right, okay, let's go back then. We'll go through to the other side. So the crew is on the base level of the ship, which kind of makes sense. That's kind of where you'd expect the crew to be. Yeah, so I like the way they've done that. Okay, so that's the crew cabins. And this takes us through to the kitchen. There's so much space aboard the ship, it's just insane. Is that a storage locker? What's in there? Yeah, that's kind of a storage locker. And then that goes up to... Okay, so they basically, the crew can take food upstairs to the paying guests. And this is then the other side. Okay, so that's emergency use only as well. That's escape pods. That is... controls. That's the bridge again, right? The emergency bridge, which takes us back to the rear of the ship, which is where we came through. Right. Wow. Yeah, so we're touring the 890. So this is DrQuestMD's ship, and we have been invited aboard just to kind of have a look around. And there's all sorts of cool stuff in here. So let's go back up there. Because we're getting close to the point where we need to start thinking about space beers again. Where's the elevator? Oh, there it is. When you're ready, head for the Spartan for one more thing. Okay, cool. Where's the Spartan? Is the Spartan the? Is that the vehicle? Oh, and DrQuestMD's taking me down. There we go. And he's changed again. Look at him in his. He's just looking so dapper. Does DrQuestMD? Oh, there we go. Are we getting out here? Where's he gone? I've lost DrQuestMD. Did he jump out? No, that's the funny astronaut. Where's DrQuestMD gone? I'm good. There's a lot of people doing stuff in the cargo area. Okay, well, head for the cargo deck. So yeah, so summarising my Star Citizen experience after 1 year. A lot of people said, "Oh, it'll get old. It'll get old really quick. You know, once you've seen the inside of one spaceship, you'll have seen them all. And it's only got one star system and da 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 da." One star system in Star Citizen, because you know it's... I mean, there is procedural generation, as we've talked about, but there's also a lot, vast amounts of handcrafting. And, you know, I used to think that, you know, procedural generation was the way forward because, you know, you could just generate vast amounts of stuff, right, forever and ever and ever. But the problem with procedural generation is the homogeneity of everything. You know, once you've seen one procedurally generated rocky landscape, you have seen them all, even though they're slightly different. So this combination of a lot of handcrafted stuff, which obviously takes a lot of effort and a lot of time, but with some procedural generation to fill in the gaps, I think is the best way forward for these kind of games, because it means it's big budget and it means it's slow, but the impact of it is just astonishing. It's like you say, Melkor, the sense of awe is like, you know, just wow all the time. After a year, I'm still kind of like just blown away by it. I really am. So yeah, long may that continue, I think. Right, so are we? Why is DrQuestMD? Are we in the right place? Everyone's down here, so I'm guessing. Oops, that didn't look good. The loading hatch. That we seem to have busted. I think we ought to close that. Yeah. I think that loading hatch was clipping on this incredibly strong console here. Let's we can enter at the back. Okay, so all right, so everyone's getting aboard here. All right, let's do that then. So we're back in the Spartan. Let's just grab a pew, because again you can, right? And then we go. Man Monksoft, all I see, if I'm honest, is not a lot of gameplay. I know what you mean. But the thing I think I've learnt about Star Citizen in the last year is you can make your own gameplay in here. You can decide as a group of people. If you're playing multiplayer, you can just decide with a group of people what you're going to try and achieve that day, and that's a lot of fun. I think if you're just playing it single player, it's not going to be so compelling. But if you work together as a group of people, especially when you've all got, you can all potentially get together on Discord and role play things as well. I think this is by far the best space game for that, you know, because you can just decide what you're going to do. But I get what you mean in terms of kind of traditional classic space game content. You know, do this mission, do that mission, blah blah blah, and you know, yeah, more stuff needs to come. But the ability to generate your own content, because you've got all this flexibility of how the ships work, docking ships with other ships, putting vehicles aboard vehicles, and all that kind of stuff, I think allows you to generate your own gameplay so much more effectively than many other games. So I'm wondering what's going on outside now. I don't know if I can see. We definitely got, okay, so bad stuff essentially. Looks like we're sort of rather ungainingly being dropped out of the bottom of the spaceship. Whoever was in charge of that. Okay. Everything's fine. Well, the ship seems to. So, okay, so yeah, it's totally under control. Totally normal day at Star Citizen. Everybody stays still, don't move. Yeah, so there are, as you can say, there are some glitches, right? It isn't perfect, it has to be said. We forgot to close the door, so it looks like the door caught on something on the way down. So is there a way of righting it? Someone needs to give it a push, because it's not happy. It's stuck there on its side. Has anybody got a jack? That thing, I mean, look at the size of it. That must weigh, I don't know, 100 tons? It needs a sort of what we called a Shremek. It needs a self-righting mechanism. I can't help feeling this is going badly. Okay, so DrQuestMD is standing there, I think, trying to gauge things. What's interesting there is you can see that the vehicle has its own gravity on its inside. Okay, it looks like did it almost roll over there? Inside, everything is calm. Well, actually, it isn't. Everyone's getting up and running around, looking rather alarmed. But we can see it out the window. I'm waiting. It's going to go bang. Is it going to go bang? Let's have a look outside. It's getting quite a lot of scratches on it. I think that's right. It's definitely looks pretty jammed to me. Oh, now it's up. I think it might be upside down now. Or is it on its side? Have we closed the about? Looks very dangerous from the outside. Okay, looks like we're trying to bring it back up. Yes, we are. Okay. Oh, it's hey! I think it's rolled back over. Yeah, it has. So if we can straighten it up now, maybe we can take it back down again. Drew, I'm just tuning in. Where have you been? I've been to Australia and back. That's where I've been. I'm just hoping that we haven't damaged the ship. Right, is it still operational? Can we turn it so it'll sit on the cargo bay properly? There we go. There we go. It's going to be an 8-point turn. That's looking reasonable. Right, take it down again. There it goes. Is it going to work this time? Is it going to clip on anything? It's looking good. I think we're okay. Down it goes. Down it goes. Don't open the internal doors of the vehicle. There we go. We're down. We're down on the surface. I think. Yes. This time we're good. There it is. It's out. Yay! Well done. Free of the ship. There we go. Look at that. Now into the snowy terrain. And that's what I mean by it. Okay, so that's what I mean by yeah. I mean, okay, that was a bit glitchy, but you can carry other vehicles on your ship. It's just do stuff. It doesn't have to be curated mission gameplay. It's just whatever you decide to do that day. Let's go explore over there. Let's go shoot some stuff. There we go. I don't know where we're going. Are we going to that little Christmas tree place? Looks like we might be. I think that's up here somewhere. It's a good place to go for Christmas. It is just down there. And there was a little. There's a little grotto down here, isn't there? Dock. There it is, the little ice arch. Those we can get. Australia has way too many deadly creatures. Yes, yes. I didn't encounter many deadly creatures, but yeah, there's a lot of deadly stuff. There we go. We're going to disembark here because there's the Christmas tree. Look at this, perfect for a Christmas tree. Just do a little bit of parking here, I think. Is that good enough? Just going to literally back up against it. There we go. Now that's good. And we can all come out the back door, can't we? I think. Are we going to open the back? Let's do that. How do we open the back door? Oh, there it is. And there we go. Brilliant. I've got to be a bit careful because it's freezing cold now. But there is a Christmas tree. And it's freezing cold. Can I get into the... Is it warm enough here if I stand by the fire? Or is it still freezing cold? I might not be able to stay out here long. But there we go. I've got Christmas trees and all sorts. Although I'm freezing to death slowly. Other than that, it's a very sinister looking snowman there. Beer's in the box. Where's the box? I'm not quite sure I've got my hand up. But yeah, that's a good point. Is the box actually in the in here? Ah, there's the box. There we go. DrQuestMD. Woo! Got blown out of the. There's the box. There we go. So let's get beer from the box. Should we open the box? Okay, there's beers. Excellent. I think. Doesn't seem to be. That's a high. Oh, there you go. They're all loading. There we go. Right, I need to close the box then, presumably, so everyone else can get out. I've got a drink. That's the important bit. I might stay here actually in the warmth. I think I'm going to sit. Top shot looks like yeah. There we go. Get some clothes on for that. It's jolly chilly. I'm going to sit here. There we go. Is that the right side? Can I see the Christmas trees from here? I can. There we go. Kind of can. Not the best weather, no. I'm going to sit on. What about sitting on the opposite side? Oh, somebody's dropped something. They're not so good out there. Okay, let's go outside just briefly. As long as I can pop back in, I'll be okay. There we go. By the Christmas tree. And the fire. Very cool. I'll drink my drink. Right, everybody gather around the fire quickly then. Otherwise we're going to freeze to death. I don't think the fire's given me a great deal of warmth. It should be at that range, but I'm not sure that works. But there we go. Right. Cheers everybody, and happy Christmas, or happy Saturnalia. You are too cold. Hypothermia is beginning to set in. I might have to. Oh yeah, I'm starting to die a horrible death. But anyway, cheers, DrQuestMD, Biff Boy, Dedex81, Lum says, Stop Shot, and everybody else who joined us on our amazing journey today. Starbull, thank you ever so much. A jolly chilly end of the day. Just drink more. Cheers. Oh, I might be able to get my inventory from the city. That's very cool. I could. Maybe I should just change inside the ship. Because it's probably not a good idea to strip down to your undies or your pants or whatever. In I should be able to actually. Yeah, you're quite right. Let's put on something slightly warmer. Shall I put on my bodysuit? Just because then I can stand outside the cold. Let's wear my kitty things. Oh, I've got to take the shoes off. There we go. Doesn't seem to want to. Do I have to put my glass down? Oh, I need the undersuit. Yep. Where is the undersuit? Oh, there's that one. There we go. Maybe I just need to. Let's just put that out for the moment. That should keep me warm. Warm enough. Where did my drink go? I've still got my drink. Okay, let's see if that's warm enough. Is that gonna? No, I've still got a survival estimate. The undersuit isn't enough. Woo. Why did I jump into the middle? Not sure what happened there at all. I seem to run a long way away. Right, hang on a minute. Let's try that again. Right. There stuff on because I haven't worn that for a while. There we go. That will keep me a bit warmer. Right. Although I can't drink my drink, obviously. Right, there we go. I can last for 26 minutes out here now. It's pretty miserable and cold, isn't it? I need to take the helmet off though, otherwise I can't have a drink. I don't think we're really enjoying this weather, are we? Anyway, right, one last drink, my friends. Oh, the helmet's needed anyway. Okay, otherwise they're just going to die. Anyway, drink up. Tis the season to enjoy the hypothermia. Yep, I can put my helmet back on again now. Right, there we go. I've had the drink. Is that enough to keep me protected, or am I still? No, I've got 25 minutes. There we go. That's a little bit more chill because it's pretty miserable weather, as you can see out here. Anyway, there we go. Huge thanks to DrQuestMD and the crew for setting up the ship, putting all the lights on, giving us a tour of the amazing inside of a ship and all the extra little bits and pieces as well. Happy Christmas to one and to all as well. So that's fantastic. Really, really cool indeed. Happy holidays to everybody. Be good. Take care of the birds out there and have a fantastic new year as well. Be good. Thank you all so much, and having a wonderful year in Star Citizen as well. Lots more to come in 2023. Awesome days. A typical day on microdeck, sadly. Yes, it's a bit of a challenge, but fabulous stuff. Be good. See you on, my friends, and thank you very much indeed. Have yourselves a good one. Take it easy. Bye bye now.
Thanks to you. That was a pleasure. I think it was really cool.
I think my audio is messed up on the Discord side. Oh, there we go.
Merry Christmas, Drew.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Drew. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having us along. It's been